At the cliff edge, Nick spotted a cigarette butt. Below, he saw Jack's body. Risking everything, he climbed down the steep cliff face. At the bottom, Jack was gone, but light flickered from a cave in the cliff wall. Inside, Nick found a woman who revealed she was the real escapee. Laura never existed, just a fiction created by the warden. She explained she'd been a doctor who discovered the island's psychiatric medications caused migraines, sleep disorders, and tremors, symptoms Nick had recently developed. She warned that anyone exposing the secret would be labeled insane and imprisoned forever. As Nick's migraine intensified, he blacked out. The next morning, Nick headed to the lighthouse for evidence. After swimming there and overpowering a guard, he reached the top with his gun drawn. Inside, the warden was waiting. The room appeared normal. The warden revealed Nick's gun was empty and pointed to his service weapon on the table. When Nick demanded answers about the escaped doctor, the warden explained there was no doctor. It was all a hallucination. Nick was the patient. Nick's hands trembled uncontrollably. He blamed the headache medication, but the dean explained these were withdrawal symptoms. Nick had stopped taking his meds. According to the dean, Nick had been imprisoned there for 2 years. The warden showed Nick his medical file. Nick refused to believe it, certain he was being brainwashed. The warden then revealed Rule 4, a board showing word combinations of people Nick knew. He explained Nick suffered from paranoid delusions. The Andrew he sought was himself, patient number 67. Using Rule 4, Nick had scrambled letters to create his new identity. His conspiracy theories were all delusions. The warden knew everything because Nick was their most dangerous patient, a trained soldier who had attacked staff and other patients. Recently, he'd assaulted George, not an experimental subject as Nick believed, but his cellmate. Authorities had scheduled Nick for a lobotomy. The staff's role-playing was the warden's attempt at a gentler cure. Jack then appeared and admitted he wasn't an agent, but Nick's psychiatrist. Though doubting his reality, Nick still grabbed a gun and fired at the warden, who remained unharmed. The gun was a toy. The shooting, another hallucination. Jack revealed the truth. Nick was a World War II veteran with PTSD and 3 children. His alcoholism led him to neglect his depressed wife. She burned down their apartment to get his attention, forcing them to move to a lakeside cabin. When he continued ignoring her, she drowned their children. Nick killed her to end her suffering before having a breakdown. He created an alternate identity to escape this unbearable reality. Facing the truth, Nick collapsed. Upon waking, the warden thought he was cured, but Nick soon told Jack they needed to escape, his delusions returning. Jack exchanged a knowing look with the warden. Treatment had failed. Lobotomy was inevitable. Yet when Jack called Nick's false name, Nick didn't respond, suggesting he was actually lucid but choosing delusion over his painful memories.